Welcome to the Everblack podcast. On this episode, we have not one, but two guitar legends joining us on the show. PATRIK Jensen from Witchery and The Haunted, and Martin Larsson from At the Gates. Both of them took the time out this week to talk about their ultimate triple bill kill tour, which is At the Gates, The Haunted, and Witchery, all teaming up for this awesome Australian tour. And then that kicks off this week, which is super exciting for us because for us it's rare in Australia. I don't know about you guys out there in wherever you're from, wherever you're listening from, but it's rare for us in Australia. You know, usually we might get one of those bands tour at a time, possibly two, but all three, man, it's something we don't get often, and it's very, very special. So get your tickets. You'll be crazy to miss it. This rarely happens, as I just said. It's phenomenal. So good job to Headline Media for bringing that out. The tour kicks off this Wednesday, the 24th of April in Canberra at the Basement. And it goes Thursday, 25th of April in Brisbane at the Triffid. Friday, 26th of April in Sydney at the Manning Bar. Saturday, 27th of April in Melbourne at Max Watts. And then At the Gates, we'll be doing a special show in Hobart at the Odeon Theatre, and that's Sunday the 28th of April. Tickets are on sale now through www.hardlinemedia.net. It's just going to be incredible. Get your tickets. Don't miss out on this just phenomenal tour. All right, before we get into it, just have to give a shout out to Blacklight Art and Design, who are our go-to for all our screen printing needs. They've done all our hats and shirts for Everblack Media. They've got such a quick turnaround. I highly recommend checking them out. Big shout out to Karen and Buzz. Love your work, guys. www.blacklightad.com.au. The show is also brought to you by our good friends at RW Promotion, who are the best in the biz when it comes to stickers, flyers, banners, badges, and all other promo you need for your band or business. Go to www.rwpromotion.com.au and check them out. All right, so here is my chat with PATRIK from Witchery and The Haunted. Horns up, enjoy.
PATRIK, how you going, man?
Pretty good, pretty good. Lots of interviews with Australia, and I can't wait to get going.
Oh, no, dude, it's going to be unreal. And it's been a little while since you and I spoke. Last time was for Strength in Numbers, and that was about to come out. So it has been a little while, dude.
Yeah, and I think we were in Australia. Was it 2015?
Oh, just before. Yeah, so it has been a while, and you're coming back with Witchery as well, man, which is super damn exciting, man.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I can't fucking wait to play. I mean, of course, playing with The Haunted, of course, but Witchery, finally getting Witchery to Australia. It's such a rush.
I know so many people that as soon as they saw that on the poster, they just lost a day. So it's definitely going to be the tour of the year, I think.
Well, thank you. I hope so.
Well, the most recent Witchery album, of course, was I Am Legion. That came out in 2017, and that's such a kick-ass record, man. We'll be getting a few of those new tracks, like Welcome Night and Ra on this tour.
There will be new songs from that album, of course. We do have our share of classics, if you will, that we always need to play. Like, of course. I won't be surprising anyone if I say we need to play The Reaper, but there's going to be songs off the new album, absolutely.
Awesome, man, awesome. And is there a new Witchery album in the works as well?
Absolutely. Right before I started doing interviews tonight, I wrote the chorus for the 9th song for the next album. So yeah, I need one or two more songs to write, and then we're good.
That's awesome, man. That's so good to hear. Do you reckon we'll get a preview of some new Witchery on the tour?
I don't think so. I mean, we've never been there before, so we need to, play what people have been hearing. If this was, our hometown or, someplace we've played so many times before, then we could throw in a few new songs. But we have a limited amount of time. We need to play hopefully the favorites that people want to hear.
Oh, of course, mate. It's such a extensive career you've got to cram into your first Australian tour.
Yeah, exactly.
So good.
20 years. I don't even know how many albums Witcher's done. Maybe 8 or something. Yeah, so that's roughly 80 songs. Or maybe 75 because one of the albums is an EP. But yeah, a lot of songs.
You yourself, you've written a lot of songs over the years. Do you have like a vault of ones that didn't make it?
I do, but I visit that vault sometimes. Everyone gets writer's block. Like, okay, I don't have any ideas today. What am I going to do? And I listen to the old stuff, and I know why I've kept them in the vault for 10 years because they're not coming out. Yeah. So anytime I get too cocky or something, yeah, I write fucking good songs, and then I go back to the vault and like, I'm an idiot.
Well, I mean, of course, At the Gates have come down with you, and you've known those guys for years now. And considering you share band members, it seems like between the bands, it seems like a bit of a brotherhood. Is that a way to describe it?
Absolutely. I would say that we share a lot of common DNA. I mean, I moved to Gothenburg. My first band, Seance, we toured with At the Gates, and I got along very well with Adrian, the drummer. And I actually moved to Gothenburg maybe a year later because I wanted to start a band with him. But they were always on tour with At the Gates. And then maybe 6 months after I moved to Gothenburg, Adrian called me up and said, At the Gates just broke up. I got a phone call, and At the Gates is no more. Do you want to start that new band tomorrow? And fuck yeah. So the following day in At the Gates rehearsal space, I even played on Andrew's guitar amp. We had the first Haunted rehearsal. So, and then of course we had the three members, the twins and Adrian. So, I mean, we are the band's history is very much intertwined. Is that the correct word? Yeah. So, and we're very, we're not 22 anymore, so everyone is very relaxed and everything is totally fine. So it'll be not only are we going to Australia, we're going there with Witchery also, and we're going there. Everyone is just our friends, so it's going to be a nice trip with friends to a nice country to play nice music.
Holiday with the boys.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We should be going to Bali or something. I've been to Bali. There was a lot of Australians in flip-flops there drinking Fosters, man.
Fosters? Well, they're not true Aussies, mate. We don't drink Fosters.
Oh, sorry.
No. Mate, when you come down, we'll have to get you some real beers.
All right, that sounds good.
Well, I mean, have you done many of these tours before where you've had to pull double duties?
Yeah, well, actually, we did. The Haunted was to do a US tour in October 2001, and we had an opening band, so this was right after 9/11, and that band canceled for some reason. I can't even remember what band it was. So we needed an opening band, and I volunteered Witchery. So maybe 2 or 3 weeks before we took off for the tour, Witchery was confirmed. So for 6 weeks, I played 2 one-hour shows per night. So maybe 70 or so shows over 40 days or something. So all you do is you walk off for 20 minutes, change T-shirts, and get another guitar, and you're fine. I mean, it's like what do you call that? Intermission, the break in a football game. It's fine.
Reload the beers and away you go again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, of course, the Haunted album Strength in Numbers is just an incredible album, man, and it's one that I find myself that I'm going back to a lot. There's something about that album that is something, I don't know, man, something special about it. Are you getting that kind of response to it still all over the world?
Yeah. People, I would say that, we had a period in the Haunted where we were, experimenting with different styles because, we had different band members, and I totally stand behind those albums because, a band needs to evolve, without evolving, we wouldn't have had bands creating new sounds. So, but now that we are kind of back to the sound that we had when we started out, people are totally getting into it. So, people like Strength in Numbers.
Is there new Haunted material in the work as well?
Yeah. At the Gates, they're busy touring. So because we're three songwriters in the Haunted, so it's me, Ola, and Jonas. And Ola he has his YouTubing stuff, but he also has the Solar guitar thing going. and
Yes.
which is doing really well. I mean, he's Ola puts in a lot of work. He might seem as a, in his videos like he's wow burping and whatever, but that guy's fucking on the ball, man. I think he left for China yesterday or something to do something there. I don't know, something about solar, but yeah. So everyone is pretty busy. So I think the general um, idea is that I'll have to write most of the album. So that's fine. That's cool.
In saying that about soul, I mean, your signature guitar is just an absolute beast.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh,
Thank
mate.
you.
Oh, like that. I look at it going, oh, that it looks amazing. When it comes to designing something like that, I mean, where do you even start? Do you start with, what kind of wood or?
Yeah, this was, the absolute starting. This was before he had even released that he was going to have a guitar brand, and so they were very particular that I needed to be able to decide everything. So it was up to me, the wood, everything, the frets, the machine heads, everything. I wanted something that looked like, is it called driftwood? Something that washes ashore that looks all gnarly and dried out and fucking,
Yeah.
yeah, something different. They weren't quite able to achieve that, but what they came up with was amazing. So I really love that guitar.
So you didn't chop down your own tree for it?
No, sorry. No cool story to it.
No, but man, it is an amazing guitar. Just it sounds incredible as well from watching the that little video. Is that like have you got more than one of those? Is it just like, or is that the only one of its kind?
They are on sale. I think they've sold out actually, but yeah, there are more of that particular guitar. Yes.
Oh, okay. So it is produced. I thought it was
Yeah.
just your own.
No. It's not a custom. It's a signature model.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna have to save my money then.
Yes.
No, so that's awesome. I did not know. I just thought it was just for you. But yeah, that's incredible, man. That's awesome. So when it comes to writing for both bands, do you have like a different approach? Do you have to get yourself in a different frame of mind?
With The Haunted, we are three songwriters. So
Yes.
whatever I come up with, I need to get past the other two. With Witchery, I'm the sole songwriter. So whatever I say is a song. Well, they have actually voted down songs and told me to get rid of riffs, but it'll just be another song by me, or So I have a greater of leeway, or I have more space to explore. I could just this is a good song, and the guys at Witchery, they're up for good riffs. So if it's a good riff, doesn't matter if it's black metal or if it's death metal or even heavy metal, they're up for it. So writing for Witchery puts a lot less pressure on me. So everything I write for, I tend to write for Witchery. And then every now and then, say every three Witchery riffs I come up with, there's always, this sounds, like The Haunted. So I keep it for The Haunted. So I get riffs for The Haunted for free without having that pressure on me, if you know what I'm saying. For example, I don't know, are you familiar with the Haunted Made Me Do It album?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, the intro there, Dark Intentions, the short instrumental things, yeah. That is a song that I wrote at a Witchery rehearsal.
No way.
And I wrote it in this. It just, for me, the songs that are the easiest to write or the fastest to write or the most best, because they come from the gut. They come from the heart. You don't have to sit there and do a mathematic formula to make it work or something. It just comes through your fingers somehow. And so I think the intro is maybe a minute 30 seconds or something. Say it took me 3 minutes to write it, and maybe 3 minutes to explain to the drummer and whatever, to how to play it. And once we played it, everyone was fuck yeah. And then I was like, guys, I think this sounds more for The Haunted, and they were disappointed.
Oh.
But nowadays, that is almost the hallmark, like an intro jingle that
Yeah.
is so connected with the haunted. But that was written and played for the first time. That was played by Witchery.
No way. So that's a bit of a nugget for me. That's I love stories like that.
Yeah.
So what do you got planned for after the tour? What's in the future for you?
Well, a summer festival. Summer is coming up here, Northern Hemisphere, and finishing the Witchery album, and start writing even more songs for the haunted, so we can record that as well.
Dude, it's exciting, and those festivals over there are just incredible. I mean, I just can't wait to go over to one day.
We are spoiled.
Yeah,
I know.
Oh, dude, we're spoiled. We're getting, Witchery, the Haunted, and At the Gates. For us down in Australia, I don't know if you understand, but that is such a big deal for us down here because we're so far away from everything.
Yeah, but I've seen lately on the Facebook that you've gotten a lot of tours just recently. I mean, Slayer and Alice in Chains or whatever other band were on that festival thing, and Insomnium is down there now. It seems like a lot of bands are going down there to play.
It is. Like, I flew down for Download Festival, and that was with Priest and Slayer and Ghost, and that was awesome, man. But, like, we had a massive slump for a few years. It's only just starting to, like, really pump up again. So, you know what I mean? Like, it was...
Yeah.
There was, like, I don't know if you heard of Soundwave Festival. Like,
sure.
Soundwave Festival went bust, and then...
Right.
Yeah, but right now is a really damn exciting times. But in saying that, I mean, when we get bands tour, it'd be like one band. You know what I mean? Usually it's like... But all three, man, it's going to be incredible.
It's going to be a good night.
Oh, mate, I wish I could go to every single gig. I wish I could just, but my wife wouldn't let me. So,
we'll just bring her.
No.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I might just slip out. I'll just going to get some milk.
Right.
Just ended up in Canberra. Yeah.
Oh, so you're going to the Canberra show?
No, I'm going to Brisbane. So I'm a long way away from Canberra.
Yes, I love Brisbane. By the way, I think it's you don't have to put that out in the podcast, but I love Brisbane. Yeah, I think it's my favorite city in Australia.
Are you just saying that?
No. I love it. The climate. I like the beaches, the city, and we had a day off there, so we went down to. Is it the Gold Coast?
That's where I'm at, man. I'm sitting right in my garage on the Gold Coast.
Yeah, we were there. We went into the ocean. We had a super great dinner at the Hard Rock Cafe there on the boardwalk. We also went to what's his name, Steve's Zoo.
Yeah. Australia Zoo. Yep.
Yeah. And had a great time there. So
that's awesome, man.
Whatever you don't have around you every day, you long for. I guess you guys long for nice cool days, but we have that all the time. So that's why I like the sunshine.
I would love to do it like an exchange. Like we go to because man, our summer sucks. It gets so hot here, dude. So we've just come out of it. But I would love to see where you are from, man. I'd love to go over there in the cold and stuff. And you could just live in my house and I'll live in your house.
Yeah. Let's make a plan, man. My wife would totally be up for that.
This hairy Australian dude crashing on the couch. What the fuck is this guy? Go, hey. Hi, Mr.
He's cool.
Yeah. Oh, mate. Thanks for taking the time to hang out on the show, brother. It really means a lot you did that.
No, my pleasure. Absolutely, my pleasure.
Awesome. Well, the tour kicks off in Canberra on April 24. We'll be seeing you in Brisbane at the Triffid on the 25th. Thanks again, man, and we'll see you soon, brother.
All right. Take care, man.
All right, before we go into my interview with Martin Larsson from At the Gates, I just have to give a shout out to our good friends at Lumberpunks Axe Throwing Club, who now have 2 venues in Queensland, one in Miami on the Gold Coast and the other in West End in Brisbane. Lumberpunks Axe Throwing is a perfect destination, suitable for solo adventurers, date nights, bucks nights, hens nights, birthday parties, or just throwing axes with your buddies. Doesn't matter what music you listen to either, because you get to choose the soundtrack while you're chucking axes like a badass. All sessions are 1.5 hours in length and comprise of a safety induction, instruction on tactical tomahawks and hatchets, and then competitive play. Now, you'll receive 10% off your session when quoting Everblack in your booking notes. Terms and conditions apply. Awesome guys. Thanks so much for swinging that our way. No pun intended. Everyone that goes there just loves it. It's just a hell of a good time. All right. So also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and the Everblack podcast through iTunes and Spreaker. Give us a rating if you like us, and give us a share. It just helps us keep going. So thanks for all your support. All right, here is my chat with the one and only Martin Larsson from At the Gates. Don't forget to get your tickets. It's going to kick ass. Enjoy.
Martin, my name's Nev. It's good to talk to you again, brother. How's things?
Yeah, likewise. Good talking to you. Things are good.
Well, of course, the last time we spoke, To Drink from the Night Itself was about to come out, and since then we've been hanging to see you and the boys down here in Australia, and finally it's happening this week.
Yeah. It's. I mean, we're dying to finally get there again. So we're excited.
And it's a triple bill. At the Gates, The Haunted, and Witchery, which is something we really don't get that often down here. It's really special for us because I mean, over there, I guess like you get all the festivals and all you guys, all tour.
Yeah.
We're so far away from everything, So
Well, yeah. Well, maybe we're a bit spoiled. I never saw it like that, but yeah. But this time it's like a family thing almost with the Witchery and The Haunted. So yeah, it's gonna be good.
do you get excited when you know that you're going to be hitting the road with a bunch of mates?
Yeah. It depends on the circumstances, but in general, definitely yes. Sometimes the fatigue kind of wears you down, but usually we're so lucky to get to do this still. So that's all that matters.
Well, of course, I mean, you've all toured together over the years, and you said you're like a little family. So I guess like you would know each other pretty much inside and out. Who would you say gets into the most trouble, and who drinks the most out of all you bands? Or you all mellowed out over the years, do you think?
Well, there are a few guys in the Witchery camp that I don't know yet. They have a slightly different lineup now. But for our guys, you know what? Adrian used to be the party professor. I don't know what to call it, but I'd say he's beaten by the new guy now, Jonas Stålhammar, Stålis. He's a party animal. That's no way to. It's no way.
In regards to him, how's he going with all the touring and now being, a full-time member of the band?
It seems to be, he seems to be adapting really well to it. So he never said anything about it that I can remember, but he seems to be really enjoying his place.
And in regards to, you're all up there going to be playing. Is there any chance that maybe there'll be a mega jam happen? You know what I mean? Like Haunted, Witchery, At the Gates.
Yeah. Probably not, but you never know. I'm not a very jammy guy myself. I'm not comfortable in that situation, but maybe you never know.
You never know what's going to happen when you're down here in Australia. It's going to be a kick-ass tour, mate. We can't wait. In regards to Drink from the Night Itself, the tour, how's that been so far? I mean, it has been a little while since it's been out. How's it been received out there?
It's been received really well, and I feel like we wanted to. Maybe it's not conscious like that, but the new material always has to fit in. To be coherent with the old stuff, and it really does feel that way. It feels like it's the set we're playing now with 5-ish or so new songs amongst the older stuff. It feels like it's a coherent thing that it blends in well, and it's the same band doing it. In a way it kind of feels timeless.
When it comes to playing the older material, do you still enjoy that? Even though you've played like songs like Cold and Blinded by Fear, you played it millions of times over the years. Do you still enjoy playing those songs as much as you used to?
Yeah, I do. Strangely enough, I do. But I was I used to be a postman for 8 years, and if I ever feel down or tired or whatever, or I feel like it's the daily grind, I look back at that as the alternative, and I feel really lucky where I am right now.
Not delivering mail no more.
That's right. Yeah.
But it's awesome that you're out there and enjoying it, man. But did you find that with this tour cycle that it's taken you places that you haven't been before?
Yeah. Do you mean physically or
Yeah. Well, let's say both, but physically, has it opened those doors to play countries that you've never been to?
Oh yeah, and I'm always very excited to do that. I mean, just for this trip we're doing now in a few days, we're playing Tasmania and New Zealand for the first time, and I'm super excited about that. Even Canberra, which we've never been. That's also I like to see the world, and this is if I can do that whilst playing metal, then all the better.
Absolutely, man. And I'd say I didn't know you guys hadn't been to New Zealand.
Oh, that's right. We've talked about it on off and on for years and years, but because logistically it has to be whilst doing Australia, otherwise it's way too expensive, and it's been I'm not sure how it's happened before. It's been quickly decided, and then all of a sudden we have a trip home from Australia, and we missed New Zealand this time also. But now finally we get to go there, and it's long overdue.
See some hobbits.
Oh yeah.
I think I've used that joke about 30 times, but that's where everyone goes. They always like to go and have a look at the Lord of the Rings stuff.
Yeah.
But of course, you've just released the video for Colors of the Beast, which is just really, really dark, man. Who came up with the concept for that one?
I'm not exactly sure, but I just assume it's a collaboration between Tompa and the director, Kostin. It usually is. That's another guy we're really lucky to have, the Kostin, the artist. He did the artwork for the two last album, and he's done if not all the videos for the last few albums, then maybe he did them all. I'm not sure, except for the first one, I think for this one. But yeah, he's an amazing artist, and we're lucky to have him, and he collaborates so well with Tompa and gets they're real kindred spirits with the concept. So yeah,
absolutely, man. And in regards to touring, you just wrapped a massive tour earlier than you with Behemoth and Wolves in the Throne Room. That just looked insane. Have you found that touring with bands of different metal genres has helped open the doors for new fans and new fan bases that might have not have
That's that was the general idea, and it's a little early to tell, but hopefully we haven't done a support tour since the 90s before this, and so we wanted that challenge to try and reach out to new people, and I'm not sure if you've seen it, but we're doing another support tour in the US in the coming autumn with Amon Amarth and Arch Enemy.
That's right.
So that's the thing, getting to play to other people's crowd, other bands' audience, and that's exciting for us.
That is exciting. I mean, metal has changed a lot over the years, as you'd probably know. Fan bases. So getting that opportunity must be really, really exciting for you guys. When it comes to that, though, I mean, you want to sort of introduce those people to the older material as well. How do you go about picking that for those tours, those support tours?
I mean, me personally, I wouldn't mind playing really old stuff, but that's usually, it doesn't go down too well, so it kind of brings you down. I really enjoy those songs. I think it's quality material, but it's very intricate, and it demands its listener. So if people are into the Slaughter type of material, there's kind of a drop in the energy in the show. So we play off and on. We play a few of the real old stuff that's more straightforward. But then again, every once in a while we try and pick up one of the older songs and play it. But usually it's only for a few shows. So what we're trying to do is just find a set that blends well. Find songs that go together. That's have a red thread, or what you call it, in the set. Mostly stuff from the last 3 albums.
Okay. Well, what kind of set can we expect for Australia?
It won't be too much of a difference from what we did in the US, and obviously it's a headline set, so it's longer. It's I'm sure 70-ish minutes. I think you don't want to play. you don't want to knock people into the ground for too long. You can, playing extreme types of music, it stops being enjoyable after a while. So we're not going to do the 90-minute sets, but 70, maybe 80 minutes, and just play quality, solid Swedish metal.
And that's what it is, man. I'm so pumped. I'm so excited. I've been ticking it off on my calendar, man. It's going to be like
Cool.
one of the best gigs of the year, man. I swear. And have you guys been planning a new album? You probably get that asked every interview too, but is there something you're working on?
Yeah, well, we've started dabbling. We have like 3 or 4 sketches for songs so far. It will be ready when it's ready. If it takes another year, several years, but hopefully, we're trying to not take 4 years that we did this time around. So we'll see what happens, but we're on our way at least.
Yeah, awesome, man. Is there a sort of direction you're getting a vibe from?
Well, that's always the challenge, trying to retain the essence and still doing something, branching out, trying to keep it interesting. Probably the new one will differ from To Drink, the way To Drink differs from At War. I'm sorry if I'm vague, but that's all I can say so far.
That's all right, man. That's all right. I'm just jumping ahead, getting excited.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, the tour kicks off on Wednesday, 24th in Canberra, but we'll see you in Brisbane on the 25th. Thanks so much again for taking the time to chat, dude. And I really can't wait to see you guys on Thursday night.
Thank you, and thank you for your support.